Have you ever happened upon a combo, a styling combo that actually just gives you a bomb, juicy, hydrated, moisturized set, and you don't know how you got there? All you know is that you was scrounging under the depths of the cupboard, the cabinet that is the product graveyard that all of us have, even stylists. And I knew I didn't bring everything I should have home from the salon, so I was really desperate because I had no rinse out conditioner. So all I had on board was some leave-in, a good shampoo with a leave-in, and then I had some styling gels. And to be honest, the product that I found, I was being such a snob about it. It was something I bought on a random, you know how we do. And I used it the first time. I was like, you going in the product graveyard because you ain't worth nothing. So I had to pull that product out. And baby, let me tell you something. It must have been either desperation, you know how when you're really hungry and the food is really good, or the food is really hidden and you hungry. So my situation with this leave-in had to do double duty as a rinse out, which it never was going to work that way. But I had to make that leave-in jump through hurdles. So yes, we got to working with this leave-in conditioner, and it was extra creamy, and it was all about my application. I believe it was quite different than how I had used it before. And before I even applied the gels, I put in a lot of this leave-in to the point to where the hair was just so smooth and laying down on its own without gel. And let me tell you something. I was like, okay. I mean, I didn't even have to detangle my hair really. You know, sometimes you have to work harder to detangle. It was like butter. I was like, how dare you disrespect me like that? But this is, you know, day 2. And don't mind this was my edges. They rolled up now. But, you know, who cares? I'm getting ready to go to the gym. But this set is setted. It's so set. And I slept with a buff and everything. I kind of just smushed it down, and it stayed in place pretty good. And I didn't reset my edges this morning because I just didn't have time. But this is the kind of thing that you wonder if it's a fluke. And so I can't talk about it just yet. I'm talking about it, but I can't talk about it because I have to put it on repeat to see if it's repeatable. And if it is, then I'll drop it. But I will tell you the gels. So before I tell you about the gels, I just want to let you know that the hair was scary white. It was looking like it's giving white when it dries. And I don't have time for this. I do not have time to redo nothing. But I had to step out on faith. So what did I pull out? Which actually I have been using this base gel quite a bit. Used to use it back in the day, still love it. It's still a go-to. It is I wouldn't say a holy grail, but it's definitely something that I keep on repeat. And I keep it at home. If I'm out of town and I need something to grab and go to give me a good set, this is it. The curl maker. And then I used our lovely ENNBA OG topper. Now I was generous with this base. So don't be skimpy with your base gels. make sure that they are well applied, that you have enough. That hair should be laying down. And the one, I stand by this technique that I have been doing as of many months now, especially with this hair like this length, which I absolutely hate, if I'm honest. I gotta get some color. I gotta get something to get me past this stage. But I'll show you the back of it in the next clip. I did end up having to go to my barber to get the sides and the back, you know, the way I needed it. Because y'all know I'm funny about my hair. So anyway, what was I even saying? Yeah, I can't remember. Okay, I had to run the clip back so I could remember what I was supposed to be explaining to you all. That was the one technique. Your girl, you know, forgive me, you know what time it is. It's period time. Anyhow, once you get the application saturation levels where it needs to be, and that hair is slicked down, you take that head and you rock it, and you do all the things with that wet hair. I am not separating, I'm not shingling, I'm not doing all the things. I had so much elongation that it was looking whack. It separated itself because the application was on point. So if I never gave you a tip, here's your tip, baby, for Wash and Go Wednesday. Take it and run with it. But as you can see, this is the leave-in conditioner, and it is smooth. My hair is weighed down just with the leave-in. Now, how you apply your leave-in is heavily. Then you add water. And if you need to detangle again, then that's up to you. But the hair should not be Puff the Magic Dragon. It should be with intention. That hair should be laid down. This is no gel. So these are the base gels that I use. The Camille Rose Curl Maker and my topper, ENNBA. Using this little top here. I'm not exactly sure if I'm using it the correct way, but baby, I'm glad I've been working on my arms to squeeze this little bit out. It really did help me from overdoing it, because I'm trying not to be heavy, because your girl needs hair to rise by tomorrow, because I got some photo shoots that I'm trying to do. So yeah, so now I'm just gonna shake. Rocker chick. Side to side. Back, back. Yeah, there you are. And if you see any frizz on the ends after you've shaken the hair, it's okay to go back in with a little bit of product if you need to. And do kind of like the praying hands to smooth that product in. And then shake it again. And like I said, I am not detangling because I did that part already. I'm not shingling, I'm not separating. I'm just shaking. And I'm going to sit under a hooded dryer because your girl don't have time to be air drying all of this all day in the humid, high humid, because we about to float out of Albany. So if you like your edges done like me, this is the time to do it when your hair is still wet, you're still styling, because laying your edges is a part of styling. I am not a big fan, unless you are doing a slick back ponytail, of putting drying products that snatch the moisture out your edges to lay them down forever and ever. repeated use of that will lead to breakage. I don't care what they say, but that's just me. So lay your edges. I use a little bit of the ENNBA, like a little bit, and I brush them down and smooth them in the areas, in my recession areas. And yeah, I do that before I get under the dryer because I want them to lay down. And when I need to reapply something, I use a foam to retouch because I like. So yeah, I know you guys like, girl, we want to know what the leave-in is. I promise you, you are going to be shocked. You're gonna be like, now I know she ain't been talking about this the whole time. And girlfriend, yes I have. I can't believe it myself. I am definitely, you know, an ingredient girl. So I looked at the ingredients, and the ingredients are actually very top tier, very natural, very good for the hair. My hair feels loved on. So Tabitha, I've been sleeping on you, girl. Now, can we get a different smell than the sweet potato? I know that's what you long for and you're known for, but not for me. But I like fruity. So yes, Donna's recipe, that is. I threw you in the back of the cabinet. I didn't mean it, actually. I probably rushed through. I really didn't get the background of the ingredients. Your girl, you know, she was on something else right then, but baby, you came through when I didn't have nobody else. So let me tell you something. Tabitha, if you watching this, you did that. Cause baby, Mishka, she like, bring it on. But can I get like a clean, you know, I know this is your thing, just like a clean smell, same ingredients, just without the potato extract. I'm just asking for a friend. So yes, I did tag Miss Tabitha, and guess what? I don't know who her representative is, but somebody responded. Yeah, baby, the hair turned out just how I wanted it to. So, you know, last week, for those 6 days, that hair was flat, girl, because the application and the saturation were on point. So this is how you apply products for your desired result. You have to understand how your hair reacts when you do heavy and when your application does not need to be applied to the root. Excuse me. And that way you can have that lift. I did not fully dry under the dryer. The roots were still a little wet because I need that puffiness to lift the defined hair.